Hey guys, and welcome into today's video. I hope that you are well. I have managed to find a quick 15 minutes, so I'm going to get an update on the charts out for ALPP and two other stocks that I have been actually talking about recently on the channel, and also I have alerted our patrons for a buy over the last 2 months, and both stocks are now up a significant amount since we did in fact put those trades out inside the Patreon. So guys, welcome inside. My name is Jason. If you haven't already, do me a massive favor and hit that big like button and also the big subscribe button. I'd love to have you on this journey with us where we learn all about technical analysis, and we have been smashing it this year on our Discord and Patreon community, where in fact I share my daily insights and trades. And as you guys know, ALPP is a channel favorite. Alpine 4 Holdings is now listed on the Nasdaq. It is Wednesday and it is the 20th of October, so some fantastic news. The sun is in the sky and we are actually dripping down in our position. You can see that we have actually dropped off just as I had predicted. I said that yesterday we were actually in fact facing a double top. Technically, this does indicate massive selling pressure. So as you can see, we popped back up to the RSI. We are at overbought levels, and you can see that the volume and the activity of volume is very, very insignificant compared to the last 6 months. If you look back on the time frame here, guys, all the way back to March, you will see that the volume for Alpine has dropped significantly, and today, over the last week up until today, it has increased significantly. Now this is all due to hype because ALPP has now uplisted onto the Nasdaq, so I am expecting that share price to in fact be very volatile over the next few trading days, or in fact up and coming into the next 2 weeks. But I do expect a pullback, guys, to close that gap that we have now closed, and then all the way down to retest onto that 200-day moving average. Now the moving averages are so important technically when you are reading a graph, because you can use different averages on a time zone, guys, in order to indicate where an area of support and resistance is. And typically right now I'm on the day time frame, the 1 day time frame, which means every candle that you see red or green is in fact representing 1 day. So it appears, guys, on the 4-hour time frame today, because it is in the process of uplisting, TradingView is not letting me access the 4-hour time frame. So right now I am resorted to using the daily chart candles, which is something I don't usually trade on, but it is what I use as a secondary tool when in fact I cannot use my 4-hour time frame. And like I'd said, guys, I had predicted this to sell off and cool down because we were very, very overstretched on that RSI. But what is interesting, guys, is again, we are probably going to see a lot of volatility. So this stock could easily retest up once that RSI indicator is in fact showing we are back down at normal levels. And like I said, this probably will retouch onto a double top of around $5.50, at which point we will either see a breakout to the upside, or in fact this will be a double confirmation that we are in fact going to sell off and retest down at some point onto the support layer of around that $4 price range, where we can expect to hit the 200-day moving average. So that is something that I am now looking for, guys, as a technical perspective when I am in fact trading on the ALPP stock. Now if we come across, we can actually use Yahoo Finance as a tool, and we can actually find out today that in the pre-market we are now in fact up 10%. But again, paying attention to pre-market prices, we have no idea what it is actually going to open up when the markets are going to open up very, very shortly. This could either come straight back down to 0%, or in fact it could even continue to fly up another 5 or 10%. And like I said, this stock is going to be very volatile because of that Nasdaq listing, and again the volume that we have seen with the hype, which has in fact allowed this to be at overstretched levels. So guys, if you are someone that would like to stay up to date with Alpine 4 and what we are doing with our positions, then be sure to check out the link to the private Patreon below in the description, and make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so I can get these daily updates out to you guys and help you guys make as much money as possible in the long run, where we can get those portfolios rolling. Now, one stock that I have been very bullish on over the last 12 months is a stock that has been a falling knife, a falling dagger for absolutely months. We have seen Alibaba sell off over 50% from its all-time highs 12 months ago, when it was trailing at around $310 a share, and we have since come back down and we have landed on earth at $140, where we have found massive support, and we are now starting to fly back up at $181 a share. Now guys, I had put this out as a buy in the private Patreon, as you can see up on the screen, and this is a stock that I am holding in my long-term portfolio because I believe that this stock is severely undervalued right now, and this is mainly due to the global news about China and all of the crisis that is happening in the housing market and the economy right now, which has allowed Alibaba shares to sell off dramatically And of course, the governments have been affecting some of the Chinese stocks because they do not want some of their highest holdings in China to have power. People like Jack Ma, who again is the CEO of Alibaba. So this is why this has been selling off, guys, for several months. But again, sometimes we don't know where the bottom of a stock is, so it's not good to catch a falling dagger. But as you can see, this stock is really starting to come above that 200-day moving average. We have jumped up in the pre-market today, so this goes to show me now that there is some bullish price action confirmation. There will be some cooling down on the RSI. I expect that gap to be filled to test back down onto that 200-day moving average, and then we can start to retest, break out from those areas of support, and hopefully get a nice price above that $200 price range. So guys, if you are someone in the private Patreon that has caught this, then congratulations, because again, I have been alerting our patrons that this is a buy for the long-term portfolio, and this play has a lot of room to run over the next few years. To my belief, this is one of the #1 plays, guys, in China for e-commerce, and this company is only set to grow with about 20 to 30% growth rate every single year moving forward throughout the next few years. So I don't expect that their run is going to end here just because of the negative news that is coming out in China. So this is one stock, guys, that you may want to add to your portfolio. And if you would like me to do some further updates on Alibaba in detail and look through some of their financials, then please let me know below in the comments. If you are an Alibaba fan, if you are holding Alibaba, or if you are thinking of selling or starting a position, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Now, another stock that we have done extremely well on so far is our beautiful Coinbase. Bitcoin has been flying up this year, and as you can see up on the screen, we have had some fantastic opportunities in the Patreon where I have alerted our patrons over the last month that this could be a fantastic stock to hold again in those long-term portfolios, as well as our beautiful Bitcoin. Now again, there is many ways that you can trade cryptocurrencies and hold them as an allocation inside your portfolios, but one thing that is for certain is that Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF is probably going to be coming out at some point, which has recently allowed the run-up of Bitcoin to start to surpass that $60,000 price range, almost topping to where it was, just about 6 months ago. So right now we are on a bull run again for Bitcoin, and like I have been saying on this channel for the past year, if you have watched any of my Bitcoin videos, I am an extremely big Bitcoin bull. And again, once I was talking about this back when Bitcoin was at 30,000, before Tesla even had any indulgence into Bitcoin, I was saying that this was a buy, a fantastic opportunity, and I had a 90k price target on Bitcoin at some point between here and at the end of 2022, and I do expect that to roll out in exactly how I have stated in my last videos about Bitcoin, because this bull run is not over for a long shot. Over the next year, we are going to see those peaks and those troughs in the market because Bitcoin is extremely volatile, but this is one stock to watch and potentially hold for your long-term portfolio. But would I be buying today at these prices? Well, it all depends on whether you are a long-term shareholder or not, and whether you are going to dollar cost average in over the course of every single month for the next few years, or whether you are looking to capitalize on a further dip. When that RSI starts to trend back down, we do come back down towards a more sensible level on the RSI of around the 50, the 100 or the 200-day moving averages, and that way you are going to get a bit of a better bang for your buck. And again, then you can start to average in on those days where you have those heavy red days of volatility, those swings in the market of 5 to 10%, and you can start to allocate inside your portfolio some cryptocurrencies, which hopefully for the long term will pay off an absolutely enormous amounts, where you can get a nice price target, and like I said, of around 90k, which is what I'm expecting Bitcoin to go over the next 12 months. All the way up from here, we have another 40% upside. So guys, that is what I am doing right now with our GBTC, and again, our Alibaba stock, our Coinbase stock, which corresponds to the price of Bitcoin. This is a fantastic asset to hold as a stock inside your portfolio, because they are going to make those revenues, whether people are buying or whether people are in fact selling Bitcoin. So this is another stock that I have been loading up on, and if you would like access to any of these buy and sell alerts where we have been absolutely destroying it on the Patreon, then be sure, like I said, to check out that link below. I look forward to getting another update out to you guys soon on some of our beautiful stocks, our ALPP, our BABA, and again, some of our other channel favorites. Another stock I would like to cover in an upcoming video is AQST. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about that stock, so I will try and get a video out soon. And of course, our beautiful SPCE, because this stock has been hit hard recently with some weathered bad news. And if you would like any information on the previous video I did do on SPCE, then be sure to check that out a few days ago. So guys, have a fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you guys back on my channel soon for some more content on investing. Ciao.